talking about a project that we're doing. It's called Calabars. It's a video on demand platform for African content. So I'll be sharing a bit about that. So this is like my mantra, yeah. So so many times African stories are told by other people. We never tell our stories, and so this is very powerful for me, and this is what I go by every day. I'll introduce you to her. Her name is Trish. She's a highly qualified graduate from film school. When she left film school, she was like, yeah, now I can go anywhere, any TV station will pick me up, I'll make money, I'll be rich. But that didn't happen, so she decided to make webisodes, so put them up on YouTube, show them, and and sadly she would get 23 views, 22 views were hers, one maybe her mother. So so sadly that's how her content should make content, but rarely would people view them. So enter Calabars. So Calabars is reclaiming the African narrative. So as I said earlier, Calabars is a unique video on demand platform focused on African content. Our aim is to grow the creative sector via local digital content from upcoming creatives. So just to give you an overview of Kenya and the plight that the content creators face. There's lack or shortage of equipment and practical skills. There's financial institution apathy. There's lack of distribution and marketing platforms. Lack of inclusive approach to the creative sector growth, and sadly, unemployment in Kenya stands at 26%. So Calabars was created to do this. So, which the most important thing was to create the right narrative. Yeah, for Africa. Then give opportunities to great progressive thinkers to create their films and podcasts. We use it as a tool for social change. How do these stories impact the world? We are here to inspire a generation of artists, of people, and then also create tangible products that we can take to market. Yeah. So this is a Calabars ecosystem. This is how it works. So people submit. You can submit content that you've already created. Then we take this content, we take it for screening. Once we screen it, we either upload it. If it's good content, we'll upload it on the platform. If it's not lost, because we have master classes. The master classes are from stunts, how to create good sound, how to film, camera work, and things like that. And then once you go through the master class, you're able to also go through a 3-month residency, where we train you on a few more things, and you have access to resources like human resource, for example. You're able to get a cameraman, you're able to get someone who can help you write a script, and through that, once you go through that, we have a film fund. Once you're able to get through the film fund, then you create your work, you do your distribution through Calabars, and then there's monetization. Our ultimate goal is to aggregate local content, reclaim the African narrative, engage local creators to be self-sustainable from the craft, and accountability and transparency by encouraging public participation. This is also a brief overview of the numbers in Kenya. So we have an 88% mobile phone penetration. 29.6 million Kenyans have access to internet. And in the next 5 years, we are hoping to grow Calabars to have 5 million users. But maybe you're asking yourself, where are the women? Yeah. So interestingly enough, 70% of the content on Calabash is by women, for women, and about women. Yeah. So I'll show you a few examples if they work. Yeah. So for example, there was Femolution. Femolution, we got about 49 women who created new works. So women who necessarily are not filmmakers, are not writers, are not whatever. So we got them. They were able to write and share the most intimate experiences. And maybe I can show you the trailer.
I reminisce, I smile, I close my eyes. He is closer to me now than he ever was. I can feel him. My heart races. I am living out a romance novel, word for word.
Nothing can prepare you for the loss of a great love. Living in a space of loss is a tiresome existence. The sun gives no warmth, and sleep becomes exhausting. Nothing fits.
I have now discovered how intensely personal grief is. An experience that defies definition and is almost impossible to share.
Whispers traveled like wildfire. Her rise to power was a result of her lifting her legs, singing hallelujah.
Will she still love me in the morning when she wakes up next to me and finds me battling the inner demons within?
I am sure each of you has a story to tell too. I am sure each of you is a resilient, strong woman.
This, it's called Binti Wongozini. It loosely translates to women in leadership. So this is, we have our next general election in 2022, and what we are trying to do with this project is to increase the digital footprint for women who would like to vie for 2022. And these are some of the women and some of their stories.
The African politics is about kingsmen. Tribal kingsmen.
Our society is faced with a lot of cultural stereotypes.
People don't vote for the person. People either vote for the party or they vote against a specific person.
Many people in our African culture, they believe that before you become a leader, if you are a woman, you must have a family, you must be married.
People will say they don't know me. Some of them I've been raised with. But it's only because I'm a woman.
It's easier for an inexperienced young man to be elected than an experienced woman.
Women have to work hard, like even 2, 3, 4 times harder than the men.
At one point, my child was attacked, my house was attacked, and I have also been sexually harassed.
From the male gender, I was being asked if I'm married, why I'm beautiful, am I selling beauty? Is that why I'm vying for office?
Our men, they are not trusting that women can lead. If you can trust your wife in the house, why can't you trust your wife in leadership?
To get help, especially from men in the political circles, most of them will ask for sex.
According to the recent statistics, it was estimated that women are 52% and men are 48%. So I fail to understand how we are still struggling to achieve this 2/3 gender role if there was fairness.
The place of a woman is not just in the kitchen or just about giving birth, getting more and more children and increasing the population as we are always told by our men.
Gone are the days when women were just taken as wives or just homemakers. It's a time that we now come out of being homemakers to being leaders in our society.
This was also a project that we did. This project had about 800,000 interactions just from this project. So what we did is we got poets who talked about social injustices with the idea of getting conversations, people to start talking about these things. So I'll play for you the trailer that you had.
The church pastor, on the other hand, was wondering whether to hide his face or the rest of his body. Even more awkward, the two were forced to pose for a photo shoot session.
A criminal gang ambushed a public transport vehicle from Mandera, which was headed to Ajia de Nairobi.
And 2 grenades were thrown into the World Food Program compound in Mandera town. There were no injuries reported. The blast occurred as a group of worshippers were leaving a nearby mosque after their prayers.
Auogopi pastor. Hii ni matiti. Anasema geuka tu usijali, hakuna mtu hajaiona matiti hata kama ni kwa gazeti. Wanaonaga.
Horrifying attacks. 28 passengers who were in this vehicle headed to Nairobi never made it to their destination.
No men should be stripped and taken for a shower or circumcision forcefully. It is against the law.
Yeah, and finally, I speak. We got marginalized women in a remote place, 900 kilometers from Nairobi, called Tana River. So these women naturally don't have a place, don't have a voice in the society. Yeah, this is a place where, if your husband is beating you and your mother is outside, she cannot come in. So your husband beats you up, and then maybe your mother will talk to you after he has done it. So we just went there, and the idea was just to humanize these women. So what do they eat? Who do they talk to? Do they fall in love? Do they have children? How do they interact with their kids? And yeah, we made a short little documentary from some of the things that we were talking about.
Huyu wa pili tulipatana tu, yani mi nasema tu Mungu alipanga. So alipanga tu tukutane.
Watu walipolala alinivamia kule kunivamia hivi. Ningeshinda mimi sijui kutoa mimba, nasikia ni dhambi. Nitafanya nini?
Kama ingekuwa jamii, ingekuwa kuna ile kuelimishana, wameelimishana kuwa hata mwanamke anaweza kukuongoza, hapo ningekuwa nimefurahia.
Sisi tumekosa, lakini juhudi yetu ni kwamba watoto wetu tuwaelimishe, pengine Mungu atajalia watapata makazi na maisha yao yatakuwa mazuri.
Yeah, you can visit the website. It's on a beta phase at the moment. We are creating second version of it. So yeah, check it out. Yes, thank you.